A very good morning to all. So this video is regarding the AIIMS pattern and how to approach an MCQ in AIIMS. So we all will be aware of the thing that the AIIMS has changed from 90 to 200 questions, and they have given 7 type of questions, and each question has different negative markings. Fine. So let me discuss what are all the types of questions and how much negative markings you are going to get for each type of question. Okay. So the first one is the single best answer. What does that mean? For example, if they ask you the nerve supply of a parotid gland or the blood supply of a submandibular gland, so that's a straightforward. You go for a single best answer, and for every correct answer you get +1, and for every wrong answer you are going to get -1/3, which is -0.3. Okay, which is okay. You can definitely go for single best answers. The second type of question is multiple true or false. Okay. For example, I'm just saying the thing which is given in the AIIMS prospectus. For example, they are asking about the modified Jones criteria for rheumatic fever. So they'll give you some 5 to 6 options, and you are going to tell which is true, which is false. For every correct answer, you are going to get +1/5. If they're going to give 5 options. For every correct answer, you are going to get +1/5. For every wrong answer, you are going to get -1/5, which is equal to -0.2, which is very less. So whenever you see a multiple true or false question, you can go for it because the negative marking is comparatively less compared to all the remaining 7 questions. Okay. Now next is match the following. So they give you 4 options. They are going to tell you to match the 4 to another 4. So for every correct answer, you are going to get +1/4. For every wrong answer, you are going to get -1/4, which is equal to -0.25. Okay. Next is sequential arrangement. Okay. So for example, I'm asking which is the best medium to carry an AIIMS to. They give you ants, pants, salt solution, milk, saliva, blood. So you have to arrange that in a sequential manner. Okay. That is a sequential arrangement question. And for every correct answer, you are going to get +1. And for every wrong answer, you are going to get -1. So you have to think about this question, sequential arrangement, because the negative marking is -1. Okay. So think about the sequential arrangement. If you know it, just go for it. Otherwise, try to keep it at the last and try to make a smart guess out of it. Fine. So next is the multiple completion type. Multiple completion type in a sense, A is correct, A and B are correct, A and B and C are correct. So your just multiple options will be there, and you are going to guess what it is. So for example, A is correct, A and B are correct, A and B and C are correct. So these type of questions, for every correct answer you are going to get +1. For every wrong answer you are going to get -1/4, which is equal to -0.25 marks. Okay, this is okay, pretty much reasonable, so you can go for it. And next is a reason assertion type. What is reason assertion type? This is very simple. Okay. For example, what is an assertion? Assertion is nothing but it is a strong statement, a fact or belief. Okay. And I'm giving a reason for the assertion. Okay. For example, I'll just give you an example. I'm saying that all the crows, okay, all the crows are black in color. That is an assertion. And the reason for that is the color of the crows are biologically inherited. Okay. So A and B. Now, what are the options you can get? There are either both the assertion and the reason are correct. The assertion is correct, the reason is wrong. Or the assertion is wrong, the reason is correct. Or the assertion and the reason is wrong. And the last one is the assertion and the reason is right, but the reason is not the correct explanation for the assertion. It's very simple, guys. See, take for example, I said all the crows are black in color is assertion, and the reason for that I am giving is the color of the crows are biologically inherited. So what does that mean? So A, assertion, all the crows are black in color, that is wrong. So some crows are even grey in color. So the reason, yes, it's correct to some extent. The color is biologically inherited. So I'll go for the assertion is wrong, the reason is correct. So this type of questions is going to be tricky. And for every correct answer, you are going to get +1. For every wrong answer, you are going to get -1/4, which is -0.25. Okay. Next is extended matching question. This is one of the questions which is regularly asked in AIIMS. They give you a theme, they give you a load in the question, and they give you a scenario. This is basically a case scenario questions where you get a load in the question and you get a scenario type of questions. Okay, so for every correct answer you are going to get plus 1 divided by the number of questions, and for every wrong answer you are going to get minus 1 divided by number of scenario questions. For example, I'm asking a question on aggressive periodontitis. Okay, I'm asking 3 questions, 3 case scenarios in aggressive periodontitis. Okay, which means the marks that are going to be calculated is 1 by 3 for every correct answer and minus 1 by 3 for every wrong answer. If I get only one case scenario question on aggressive periodontitis, then the correct answer is going to be 1 and the negative marking is going to be minus 1. So where you have to be very careful is when you get only one case scenario related to the particular topic. Okay, when you get only one of that, your negative marking is going to be minus 1 and your positive is going to be plus 1. If you get multiple case scenario question on the same theme, on for example on any sort of chronic periodontitis, anything, you are going to get the same answer, the same theme multiple times, multiple scenarios, then it will be divided by that. For example, 2 chronic periodontitis case scenarios I put, the answer is going to be 1 by 2 for every case scenario questions of chronic periodontitis. Okay, so these are all the 7 types of questions which are going to be asked in AIIMS, so you have to be aware of it so that you can get a very good attempt, a smart attempt. Okay, so as I said, every MCQ you are going to get only 54 seconds to solve. See, single best answers 54 seconds, it's very comfortable, but when it comes to the case scenario questions, you are definitely going to read for that for a more number of times. So you have to be very calculated and you have to take you should be very smart to identify the load in the question as well as read the options completely and to come to a conclusion. Okay, so what happens see guys, this is my dentist books, so I prepared for 2 years and I have written AIIMS 3 times and my AIIMS rank was around 500 in November, AIIMS 2018. So trust me guys, I've finished this dentist, I've revised this dentist at least 12 to 15 times. Okay, I've read around 12 to 14 hours a day and I was not able to join coaching for 1.5 years and I joined coaching for the next 5 months. So see, what I am trying to say is this dentist or pulse, whatever you take, based on the current scenario, based on the current situation of the need, you are not going to get any questions from this. I guarantee that. Okay. But if you ask me, I should not read this. No, this is the basics, and you should read it. Okay. But you should make yourself, available for outside questions. For example, whenever you see a new MCQ, you just write it down and write down the options, mark the correct options, read about that at least for 5 minutes, and read the remaining options also. Okay, so whenever you come across a case-based scenarios, we have put a lot of case-based scenarios in our app Amalgam PG, so just go through it. So whenever you come across those questions, you just mark it, just write it down, and you have to you improve the skills of solving case scenarios, because we are not used to solve case scenarios. If you look at NEET, it's more of one-liners. Okay, now it is more of a case scenario, so you should get accommodated to that. So okay, fine. If you look at my drawback, although I read 12 to 14 hours a day, I read 5 months going to coaching center, 1.5 years sitting at home. What is my drawback is, I will always jump to answers. For example, if you give me a question, I will just find a keyword and I will just jump to the answer and I will move. So I will just miss a few words like not, except, all of the above. That is one of the main drawback. Although I try to calculate, but at the end of the exam, whenever I come out, there will be definitely 2 to 3 questions which I have made wrong in that. So guys, trust me, 2 to 3 questions, 8 to 10 marks. Right? So 8 to 10 marks will push me back to some 600 to 700 ranks, guaranteed. Okay. So you identify where are you going wrong. So don't make silly mistakes. For example, if I make a silly mistake in the nerve supply of parotid gland, okay, everybody is going to get that correct. So to compensate that, I have to make one correct answer in one tough question, which is very tough. Okay, so whenever I make a silly mistake, I'm going back at least 500 rand, at least 1000 rand. So don't make silly mistakes. Go for very smart reading. Read every word in the question. Okay, don't miss even a word. Okay, and of course, AIIMS is difficult. Okay, AIIMS is difficult, but it is possible. See, you have the conversation with the topper. The conversation will be different. If you want to buy a Benz car, don't discuss your dreams with the Toyota driver. Okay, discuss your dreams with the Lamborghini driver. You will have a different conversation. So it is difficult, but it is possible. Okay, so always have positive people around you, and as we all know, AIIMS, get stifled of around 1 lakh rupees. So your life is going to get settled. Okay, so go with the attitude that you are going to crack the AIIMS rather than I'm just giving an attempt. Just giving an attempt. I'm not going to get. I'm just going to the examination not to spend some 2-3 hours in it. No, don't go like that. Okay. So what is a good attempt? Okay. So if you ask me personally, anything above 180 to 190, 180 questions to 190 questions will be a very good attempt, because when you go less, for example, I am attempting 160 questions, imagining that I am going to get all the 160 questions correct. It's never going to happen unless otherwise I am the question paper setter. Even if I get the 160 questions right, I am out of the competition, because if you look at the first mark in AIIMS, it will be hovering around 170s. Okay, so if I attempt 160, I am already out of the competition. Okay, so don't do that. A good attempt is 180 to 190. If it is a very easy question paper, then go for 192 something. But anything above 180 will be a very good attempt, and hope you all are aware of the pattern and the seats. It is less, but it is possible, and put your best. So prepare for AIIMS very well, and the next video I'll be telling about the books to read for NEET, and how many hours to read, and I have a timetable with me, and if you want, you just DM me. I'll give my Instagram link below, so I'll just send you the timetable so that you can just alter according to it and can follow that. So always put a timetable and read, and thank you for watching this video. Hope you are going to crack AIIMS and top it. So thank you.